Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Gotta go over an awesome free game that is available right now on the Epic Store. I know a lot of you guys aren't a fan of using the Epic Store. However, this free game is so good, and it's a game that I absolutely love. So even if you don't have the Epic Store downloaded, this would be one of those games that I think it's worth downloading the Epic Store just to get it for free. Also, now that because this new game is free, we have an indicator on what the next free game is going to be, and it's once again a pretty good offering, so I'll take a quick look at that. Also, a lot of you guys have been talking about Apex Legends, the new free-to-play Titanfall-like game from Respawn. That's not the only Battle Royale game that has seen an official release recently. Fear the Wolves. Remember that game? It had a lot of comparisons to Stalker. It was done by Vostok Games, and a lot of people were giving that game attention. It has been officially released back on February 6th, so yesterday. It is a buy-to-play title, but you can play it for free for the next 4 days, so I do want to take a look at that game as well. Everybody's been talking about Apex Legends, and I did finally get a chance to play that, and I was very impressed of what that game offers, so I also want to talk a little bit about that. And then, speaking of Apex Legends, EA has been going through a tumultuous time right now. They just had their earnings call. Their stock is nosediving right now. Stock is really down. I believe the statistic that I saw was it's the lowest that it's been in the last decade, or the biggest decrease that it's had in the last decade. Something like that. It's not a good time for EA, but with Apex Legends being released with a couple of other cool projects in the work, maybe they can turn things around, and they've actually revealed the Battlefield 5 sales numbers up to this date, and they're pretty good, all things considered. Yes, it did underperform, but I do want to take a look at what that number is at. First up, right now on the Epic Game Store, you guys probably noticed you can get Axiom Verge for free right now. This game is so good. I have the Steam page pulled up right here so you guys can see a little bit of it. Here's the trailer playing, but this is a tremendous game done by Thomas Happ. Yes, one person created the game, and it's an old school Metroidvania style game with some great pixel graphics, a lot of exploration, as you can see in the trailer right there, and I love the visual style of this game. If you played games back on the Super Nintendo, you're gonna feel right at home. If you played games like Super Metroid, again, you'll feel right at home. It is a little bit on the difficult side, but very engaging as well, and you're getting an 8 to 12 hour game, and you'll notice, look at that, it's only 10% off as a part of the Lunar sale. It's still going for $18. Now, that's a little bit interesting because I do believe in the past, during a Steam sale, it would be 50% off, so that's kind of interesting. That has just been brought to my attention at this point. I don't know if that has any direct correlation with Epic Games being like, hey, you can get the game free right now anyway, why would you even buy it on sale? But yeah, it is a great game, and you'll see the reception on Steam is very positive. Overall reviews at 94%. I wonder why, as far as the recent reviews go, 85% based on 35. I don't know if there's something that people have experienced with the game, but when I played the game, I absolutely loved it. So would recommend you guys to download the Epic Store and then get it absolutely free. It does have an 80 on Metacritic, so great there. Also, with that game being free right now, we do know that 2 weeks from now, we'll be getting Thimbleweed Park for free. Now, this game does have a more significant discount on Steam right now, 60% off for $7.99, but the base price is $19.99. That's a pretty cool point-and-click adventure game as well. Won't be talking about that too much right now because it will be free in 2 weeks, but I'll give you guys a heads up on when that is available as well. So check out Axiom Verge for free, and you can be excited for Thimbleweed Park to get that for free as well in 2 weeks. Moving on from that, everybody and their mother has been talking about Apex Legends. I talked a little bit about it, but I am so surprised in how EA and Respawn have actually nailed the marketing for the game. I don't want to go super hyperbolic right here, but I don't think I've ever seen a game marketed as well as Apex Legends. And before I talk about Fear the Wolves, let me explain that for a second. Apex Legends is a game that if you had initially announced it at this big event like an E3 or something like that, and it was announced that Respawn wouldn't be doing a Titanfall game right away, rather they were doing a free-to-play battle royale game, a game published by EA, a game that would have microtransactions, that game would be buried. It would be absolutely destroyed, and people just would inherently give this negative reception to it from the get-go. Instead, Respawn knew that, EA knew that, so they just did a stealth release for the game, essentially, and it turned out to be really good. They said, hey, we'll release the game, we'll let people play it right away, and they can be the judges right off the bat, and it's turned out really well. While that game's gotten a lot of attention, and it's a very good battle royale title, Fear the Wolves has also come out, and this is a game that was seeing a lot of comparisons to Stalker, and if you look at just the images, yes, it looks pretty good. The reviews are a little less kind. It is mixed at 53% based on all of the reviews, 700 reviews in total, but it is a buy-to-play game, but you can play for free for the next 4 days, so you have nothing to lose in checking this game out. Let's see what the player base is like right now. Okay, so you have 407 people in-game, so this game just really got screwed over based on timing. I don't think anyone really really saw Apex Legends coming, so the developers in Vostok Games and Focus Home Interactive, the publisher, they're probably pretty bummed out by the timing. I think if this game was released outside of Apex Legends' release and it was available free for a little bit, then it would have gotten quite a bit of attention. But unfortunate circumstances have really hindered this game, so that is a little bit disappointing. I don't know if the play for free thing correlated directly with them hearing about Apex Legends and they realized, holy crap, we need some people to play this game and it's gonna be hard to market it, but that's just speculation on my part. At least you can check it out for free right now, but really sad to see how this game has turned out. And lastly, while we are talking about Apex Legends and while that game is doing very well commercially, EA as a whole is going through a little bit of a turmoil right now. Battlefield 5 was one of those notable games that didn't do all too well, and Battlefield 5 sales up to date have actually reached 7.3 million copies, so that's very positive. Now, I do wonder how many of those copies were sold based on the game being significantly discounted. Obviously, they're not making as much money on a game being sold for $30 instead of $60, so that's something I don't really know about, and even with 7.3 million copies being sold, it's 1 million under what they were expecting. Blake Jorgensen, the EA COO, said that he blamed the drop in the series' uptake on the developers' focus on a single-player campaign as opposed to having promised Battle Royale mode ready for fans in time for the game's launch. So even though Battlefield didn't get a Battle Royale component, this time around, Apex Legends got the Battle Royale component, and that game is doing really well. Kind of revenge for the Titanfall universe, because Titanfall 2 was destroyed by Battlefield 1, but this time around, Apex Legends is getting the heads up on Battlefield 5, and it got the Battle Royale component out, and it's being received really well, so that's kind of interesting, kind of a cool storyline, their inner wars within EA, but EA kind of created that war themselves back in 2016, and that was one of the primary reasons Titanfall 2 didn't do all too well. Right now, EA is really gonna have to do a lot to get themselves back on the right track. Yes, they're still gonna make money based on all of their sports games, based on, you know, the microtransactions they have, but we need games like Anthem, the next Star Wars game, all those games need to do rather well. Apex Legends has been a home run, and we'll see if that game will sustain and have some longevity. I do believe it will, but let's see how some of these other big budget projects are received, because that is going to be absolutely imperative for EA at this point. So that's going to conclude this video, guys. Again, get Axiom Verge for free right now. That game is excellent. Even if you don't have the Epic Games Store downloaded, this is one of those games where I would say download the Epic Store, and Axiom Verge is such a great game that I would highly recommend you to check it out. Again, it's $18 even as a part of the Steam sale, but you can get it for free right now. Thimbleweed Park will be free in 2 weeks. I'll give you guys a heads up on that when we get closer to that. Fear the Wolves is another Battle Royale title that has been released. Seems like comparatively to Apex Legends, it's going really under the radar, but you can play it for free for the next 4 days. And EA still struggling a little bit, but let's see how 2019 pans out with Apex Legends being released, Anthem on the way, a new Star Wars game later this year. There is a lot of potential for them to turn things around, but they have a lot of work to do. That's gonna wrap up this video, guys. If you have a request for a future video, leave it in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.